Waiting. It's something we're doing a lot of these days. Waiting for schools to reopen, waiting for sports and activities to start again, waiting to see friends or cousins or grandparents, waiting to go places and have new adventures. In the book of Romans, chapter 8, Paul is writing to the Christians in Rome who are also waiting for Jesus. You see, they knew that Jesus was going to return, but they didn't know when Jesus was coming back to earth. Perhaps they were feeling sad or tired of waiting. Paul writes this part of his letter to encourage them and to encourage us. The Christians back then saw suffering in the world and probably wondered why Jesus hadn't come back yet to change things. Paul agrees that yes, there is suffering in the world, but it all comes from the sin that entered the world originally. In this text, Paul reminds us that when Jesus returns, all the sin, loneliness, hunger, and sickness in the world will be gone forever, and all creation will be new and perfect again. It will be like living in heaven, but on earth, and it will last forever. Paul says, yes, it's hard to wait for that, but waiting means having hope for something good that's yet to come, and that's what faith is all about. We can see that in our lives too. It's not very hard to wait for something that isn't very fun or exciting, like your turn to dry dishes or the math test next Tuesday. But it is hard to wait for something good or exciting, like your birthday or a special trip. So, if it's hard to wait, it's usually because you're waiting for something good. In his letter, Paul also reminds us that the Holy Spirit can help us with waiting. He knows that waiting can be hard, but reminds us that God knows what's in our hearts and can help us to pray, even when we don't really know how to pray or what to pray for. So if you're getting tired of waiting for Jesus to return, or just for life to return to normal in the meantime, remember that waiting means having hope that something good is coming. God has promised us that we can have a wonderful future with Him someday. He has also promised to help us to pray so we can be filled with hope while we wait.